Okay, the question we're looking at is number 3 from homework 5.3. And the question says, in Hawaii, January is a favorite month for surfing since 63% of the days have surf of at least 6 feet. You work day shifts in a Honolulu hospital emergency room. At the beginning of each month, you select your days off. You pick 6 days at random in January to go surfing. Let R be the number of days the surf is at least 6 feet high. All right, question number 1 asks A. What is the probability of getting 5 or more days when the surf is at least 6 feet? Round your answer to 3 decimal places. All right, so before we begin, what we need to do right here is just establish a few things. So first things first, the variable of interest right here, we have to establish that, and we'll call it x right here, and x is going to represent whether or not the surf is at least 6 feet high. So x represents the surf is at least 6 feet high on that day. And so, if you read the question carefully, you recognize that x follows a binomial distribution with n in this case right here. N is the number of trials. In this case, he has 6 days off. So 6 days at random. He has 6 days off, and so n is going to be 6, and the probability of a success, that's going to be 63, because that's the chance of him having so 0.63. And so once I have this right here, this is the key information that I need to post into SALT. So for question number A, what's the probability of getting 5 or more days? So question number A is asking what's the probability that x, i.e. the number of days that the surf is at least 6 feet high, is greater than or equal to 5. And so now to answer this question right here, to return to SALT. So I already have SALT open right here. So when you go into SALT, first thing right here you have to do is you have to choose the distribution. In this case right here, it's going to be a binomial distribution. The number of trials is going to be, I guess I could hit this right here. Oh, no. Number of trials is going to be 6. And then the probability of a success is 0.63. Uh-oh. Right? Now, if you look at the probability question right here, it has then that x is less than or equal to 2. But that's not what we need. We need x to be greater than or equal to 5. And so what it means is we have to change this right here into a right tail test. Right tail, if you're looking at the right side, it means you're looking at greater than probabilities. And so we're going to have x is greater than 5. And then it gives us the answer right here, 0.28284. Now if we look at the picture, we can see right here, way at the bottom is going from 0 all the way up to 6. 0 days up to 6 days of surf. And you can see greater than or equal to 5. They're just 2 bars that are showing, the 5 bar and the 6 bar. And what they've done is they've added these two together for us. And so that's how they got the answer to the first piece. Question B, what's the probability of getting fewer than 2 days? So probability, so for question number B, x right here is fewer than 2 days. There are 2 ways you can actually write this right here. We can simply write x is less than 2. But maybe a more efficient way right here is going to see the probability is less than or equal to 1. If you think about it for a second, These two, because x is a discrete random variable, these two things mean the same thing, right? If I'm less than 2 or more, less than or equal to 1, I'm saying the same thing. The reason why I'm doing this right here, because salt only has the less than or equal to. And so that's why I'm switching this one over. So come over here. I need now a left tail test. And then I already have my fixed trials as 6, probability is 0.63. And now I need to change this to 8. Oh, that's wrong. Less than or equal to 1. And so you get the 0.29 answer. That's it, you have that right here. Now, number C. What is the expected number of days for which the surf will be at least 6 feet? The probability for expectation, the expected value of x, is going to be equal to n times p. The two values in your probability distribution, and your description of your binomial distribution, sorry. And so that's going to be 6 multiplied by 0.63, and that gives us the answer of 3.78. And then question D. Again, the standard deviation has a formula. Your standard deviation is multiply n times p times q, and then you take the square root of that answer. If you're wondering, q is going to be 1 minus p. It is the it is the not the converse, no, it is the opposite of p. And so since p is 60.063, q is going to be 1 minus 0.63. I think that is 3.7, 0.37. And so to find the standard deviation, that is going to be 6 times 0.63 times 0.37. You get an answer, you take the square root of all of that, and that gives us the answer of 1.183 days. All right, good luck.